Living with disabilities, whether as a child or an adult, inevitably brings added financial responsibilities. Many rely on public benefits like Medicaid, but something as simple as a savings or an investment account can put those benefits at risk. Well, now the state of Ohio is becoming the first to offer a new method of financial empowerment. So here to share more, we have State Treasurer Josh Mandel, along with Marcy Ingram, a community activist. So welcome to you both.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us on.
It's an absolutely amazing program, so I really want people to learn about it. Josh, I mean, we can call this groundbreaking. This is happening here in Ohio, being the first to implement it. So tell us about stable accounts.
Sure. For families here in Ohio and frankly anywhere in America who have a child with disabilities, there is now a new option to save and invest for their future. Prior to stable accounts, the website is stableaccount.com. If an individual with disabilities had more than $2,000 to their name, they could actually lose their health care, which is sort of crazy if you think about it.
Very crazy.
And so in one of the only bipartisan things that Congress did look in the recent time, they changed the law and said, you know what, we're going to raise the threshold. We're going to raise it from $2,000 up to $400,000, which gives some leeway for families. And we're going to create what's called 529 accounts, or college savings styled accounts, where families can put away every year a certain amount of money if they have a child with autism, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, or any other type of disability. And so this is game changing for families who have children with disabilities because it fosters more independence for those children. It fosters a higher quality of life and allow moms and dads and grandparents and siblings to help save and invest for the future of their loved ones. When a child with disabilities is, let's say, in their teen years or 20 years and the parents are in their 50s, it may be somewhat of an issue, but it becomes an even more stressful issue when the child with disabilities is in their 40s or 50s and the parents are maybe in their 70s or 80s and pass away, and then all of a sudden the child is forced to live an indigent type lifestyle. And so this changes it. And what this does is create a better quality of life, more financial independence, and this is all about making lives happier for people with disabilities.
And anybody who's had a child, a college savings account, you mentioned the 529 we're familiar with. I mean, this is tax-free savings too, so that's a huge benefit as they continue to put money in the account, right?
Exactly. The money grows tax-free. And the state legislature here in Ohio unanimously passed a bill to say to any family that puts money into one of these accounts, a stable account, the first $2,000 is tax deductible on your state taxes. So the nice thing is this is completely nonpartisan. You have Democrats and Republicans working together to help create this investment option for people with disabilities.
And what are some of the qualified expenses that they can use this money for?
It's relatively unrestricted. I mean, you can use it for housing, you can use it for clothes. If you want to go get a haircut, you can use it for that. You can use it for entertainment. It really opens a wide variety of options for individuals with disabilities. It also will allow them, if they're able, to manage a debit card or a checking account as well.
Okay, and Marcy, you have long been active in fighting for the to really support the autism community. So what does something mean to you as a parent of a child with autism, and as well to the other families that you deal with every day?
Well, for us and for families like ours, we have a son who's 24 years old and he has a disability, he has autism. And we are thrilled, as will our community be, when we get the message out, and that's why we're here today, is to get the message out about these wonderful savings accounts that our families can use as a way to get some, to feel better, to feel more confident their child is going to have the ability to buy things that might not be need to have, but nice to have, like maybe an iPad, for instance. Those are things that would never be covered, and a child would never be able to, or a young adult would not be able to have that without having an account like this that would serve the family and the loved one. So we are thrilled. As a family, we're thrilled that these are available, and as a community, Josh is done a great job with this. We're the first state to have these types of accounts, and you don't have to live in Ohio to open up an account in Ohio.
And that's important to note. So we want to get, before we run out of time, Josh, the most important part, how do people sign up for this? If they're watching, they say, I need this today, I need to start saving for my child.
Sure, they can go to the website. It's so STABLE account.com. It takes about 10 minutes to sign up. Or they can call my office right here in Columbus, 614-466-2160, and we can get them signed up over the phone. So it's very easy. We try to streamline the process, and this is all about making things easier on families and also easier on those family members and neighbors we have with disabilities.
All right, incredible. Josh Marcy, thank you for what you're doing, and thank you for being here to, help our viewers explain, and hopefully lots of people today will be able to benefit from this. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Robin.